Shalom to each of you, wherever you are in the world, whether in Israel or outside of Israel, during these exceptionally challenging times. It's challenging for those of us who are in Israel, of course, and it's also challenging for those of us who are spread in the different corners of the earth. It's challenging for those of us in Israel on every front, but one of the challenges is to stay focused on our day-to-day family, work, and Torah responsibilities and tasks. And for those of us in the Golah, one of our challenges is to stay closely connected and feel part of what is happening. Because what is happening is a world event, not just a local or a regional one. It's not just for us Jews, but it's something for all of humankind. As the now famous young female navigator said only a few days ago, that the war started out as something to protect us today. But now it's about us having a tomorrow. Our biggest challenge, both for those of us in Israel and out of Israel, is not to allow the fear and sadness of loss to dim the brilliance of the miracles with which Hashem embraces us every minute, even and perhaps especially in this time of war. War is unfortunately not new to us. It has accompanied our acquisition of Eretz Israel and our retention of it throughout our history. And in my next message, I'll try and explain why that is so. We've won wars, and tragically, when our national cohesiveness and moral and religious integrity is lacking, we've lost wars. We are winning this war in a most spectacular way. Our brilliant and courageous IDF, especially the Air Force, the Mossad, and the strategic planners of the last 20 years, the resilience of the people of Israel, and the miraculous Yad Hashem, the hand of Hashem, are all securing a different tomorrow for the Jewish people and for the entire world. We say several times every Shabbat, Lahagid baboker chastecha ve'emunatcha baleilot. To declare, to talk about your kindness, God, in the daytime, in the morning, and your faith at night. And I've often wondered, shouldn't it be the other way around? Shouldn't we first show faith in the darkness of night and then see the kindness emerge in the morning? Why does David HaMelech, why does King David position it as first see the brightness of the morning and then have faith at night? And the lesson is because to live in the security of faith during the dark hours of the night, we must hold our vision of the future undimmed. Our vision of the clarity and kindness that will emerge when the night is over and dawn emerges at first gently and then in the fullness of its glory. The morning will be an era freed from the fear of our destruction, an era of diminished Islamist arrogance and violence throughout the world, an era of respect for the contribution of Israel and of Am Yisrael to the prosperity and the well-being of the world, an era of greater recognition of the centrality of Hashem in all of the world's affairs. La'agid baboker chasdecha ve'emunatcha beleilot, chesed and emunah, kindness and faith. Hold this vision of tomorrow morning clearly so that you can draw on your deep reservoirs of faith in the darkness of the night. Emunah and chesed, faith and kindness, are the tools of coping in this time. Chesed, unconditional kindness and love for one another, unity, togetherness, and emunah, faith and trust in Hashem, and tefillah, prayer, because tefillah, prayer, integrates chesed and emunah. Prayer shows we care for one another. Care shows we care for the nation. Prayer shows we care for the future of our people. And prayer demonstrates and manifests our deep emunah, our deep faith and trust in God. With such unshakable emunah, with such unshakable trust and faith, and chesed, our kindness, we will overcome any and every adversary. As the Malbim says, and I'll read it both in the Hebrew and translate it. Ha'ezer ha'eloki lo yachul rak kefi ha'hachana. Divine assistance and guidance will only come upon us in proportion to our readiness for it. Uksheyitgabru Yisrael bim'at am al amim giborim lumdei milchama al yedei ezer eloki. And in order for the Jewish people, small in national numbers, to overpower nations who are mighty and well-schooled in the arts of warfare, for that divine intervention to take effect, tzarich, you need two elements in the Jewish people. Aleph, one, ha'achana hativit. You need natural readiness. Shi'eh lahem lev amitz v'ruach gvura. You need to have a courageous heart and a great deal of power and strength and morale in the Jewish people. You need to have that. She'al ha'achana hazot tachul hashefa ha'elokit, because it's on military readiness and preparedness and military morale that the Spirit of God and His influence can be applied. Latet lahem oz, to give them the power, v'ta'atzumot, and the strength, na'ala miderech hateva, beyond anything that's natural. You need an army. You need a military force. You have to have strategic plans. You have to have thought of every eventuality. You need courageous soldiers and pilots and navigators. You need courageous nation and people at home supporting the army. You need a courageous nation throughout the world. You need all of those physical forms of readiness for the divine, miraculous hand of God to apply itself for the prosperity of the Jewish people. And bet the second thing you need is ha'achana al yedei haschut v'hakisharon shiyu meleim emunah uvitachon b'Hashem. You need another kind of preparedness and readiness. The schut, the privilege and the readiness of being full, overflowing with faith and belief in Hashem. Shebezeh. Because with this, these two elements, physical, material readiness, and faith and trust in Hashem, bezeh, with this, ya'asu chayil, the Jewish people will amazingly conquer their enemies and achieve greatness. Be safe, feel secure, and be prepared to watch the nisim of a new dawn as it emerges through this terrible time of darkness.